Greetings folks, I'm Guy Allen, welcome to All Moto. Today we're chatting about a Kawasaki ZX-10 and I'm talking first generation ZX-10, so we're talking 88, 89. Now this followed on from Kawasaki's first liquid cooled sports bike, which was the GPZ-900R. Now that in later years became more of a sports tourer, not through any great technical change, but it was a reflection of how the market shifted. So we've got the genealogy, which is GPZ-900R, brilliant motorcycle. Then we go GPZ-1000RX, ZX-10, and then we move on to ZZR-1100. Right, so ZX-10 for its day, 137 horsepower, super quick, 270 kilometres an hour. So at the time, the quickest production bike out there. This was, even though it was a little lighter than a GPZ 900R, people who came off 900Rs onto the ZX-10 got a bit of a surprise, because while it was lighter, it was physically a much bigger motorcycle, or felt bigger under the rider. Lots more room. If you're a tall person, you'll love them. You'll think they're Christmas on a stick, because there is room for you and the pillion. GPZ 900R riders sometimes were a bit disappointed by that change in physical shape. For me it worked. Now what were the things that were good about it? Super smooth motor, really good motor, actually nicely sorted. This was Kawasaki's first big bike with a massive aluminium frame called an E-box frame at the time. Overall it was a well sorted, well balanced package, lots of power, decent transmission. It actually steered okay. It wasn't one of those bikes that I would tip at a super tight sports road and expect to win any races. It was a medium speed steering bike, if you like. Still a fair bit of it, even if it was lighter than the 900. Still quite a substantial motorcycle. So really it suited, but fantastic on a long trip, like really good on a long trip. These days, there's not a whole lot of them about. You've got to remember 1988-89, there was a financial market crash and motorcycle sales fell into a steep hole, a really deep hole. So we're talking from early to mid-80s through to late 80s, the overall sales volumes dropped to about a third of where they were. A lot of businesses went out. So the impact of that is there's not a lot of these things on the second-hand market. And it does pay to look for a good one. You'll find cosmetics, like a lot of bikes of this age. Cosmetics will be the difficult thing to replace or fix or look after. Engine package, very straightforward. Liquid cooled, inline, 4 valves per cylinder. Absolutely no surprises. Carburetors, very simple piece of machinery. The cosmetics will be difficult because there aren't a lot out there to give you replacements. Values aren't huge. I think they're a tiny bit undervalued in the market at the moment. Look, a really good one is probably going to fetch about 10. They're not hugely valuable, but they do give you a lot of bang for your buck. I had one for some considerable period of time, the bike you're seeing in the video. Loved the thing, thought it was really good, eventually sold it on after a few years. Sometimes I regret that decision, don't you always? But during the time I owned it, a really fuss-free motorcycle to look after. Change its fluids, keep an eye on it. That was it really, a lot of fun to ride. Good luck hunting for one. Look for more info on allmoto.com.